Hello, everyone. Good morning. Welcome to another episode here with me, the Woman Pod with Valerie Atkinson. Hope all is well, my loves. I just wanted to say how amazing you are by coming in another time again. So, today I wanted to talk about, or let's preach about, let's be honest, right? I know it's like the third week of the year, right? It's been great for some of us and it's been a little challenging for some of us. I'm going to use the word challenging because I don't think anything is difficult in this life. You only make it difficult when you get in your own way, right? That's called the word resistance. I know a lot of us we don't like to accept what's really going on around us. We try to avoid what's happening. And at this point, it's time to face the consequences, y'all. Like, let's be real. Like, the last couple of weeks, I've been having so many challenges after challenges. And I was like, okay, what can I do for myself at this point to better how I feel mentally, physically, spiritually, emotionally, all of the above? It all starts with you, right? You have to have some set motivation that you can do more than what you think you're not able to do, right? I know. And I'm saying this right now because I was asking my son, like, I don't know what to talk about today. What should I talk about? He's like, well, I think you should talk about diet. I'm like, diet? I'm like, diet? Like, okay, like, interesting. Mind you guys, I'm running around. I just got back from dropping off the kiddos. So I'm running around here trying to get ready for my day. And I said, you know what? That's not a bad topic, but let me put it not just about diet because I don't think it's just about the diet. Yes, what we eat and consume is very important to the point where we need to make sure that we're eating healthy, make sure we're getting enough water, making sure that we're sleeping well, making sure that we're taking care of each other. You know, how's everybody doing, right? How are y'all doing? I hope everything's well. Just remember, no matter what challenge you're going through right now, just know that there's a reason behind it. And the reason is you, right? And I know it sounds a little cliche, but the last couple of weeks, I've been discussing things with the person that I'm dating right now currently. And I said, oh my gosh, like, I feel like I can't catch a break. And he's like, no, I get it. I get it. And he's just like, look, just like you're doing your best. And that's all that matters. And I was like, damn, he's right. He's absolutely freaking right. Like, I love that he brings the best out in me. And I appreciate that because, it takes another person not just to remind you what you already are. So I want to thank you. So the shout out goes to who, you know who you are. And so yeah, I feel some type of way about it. I honestly feel I'm so grateful for everything that's happening in my life. I'm proud of the woman that I'm becoming each day, and it just shows that I've been that and I'm becoming that, right? So those challenges that you're going through right now, whether that's love, money, career, your health, or your mind, whatever challenges you're going through, these are things that we need to face, and these are things that we need to accept, right? We have to accept the situation that we're in, and that's all we can do, right? And when I say that's all we can do is accepting what's already happened and going to your next milestone, right? What can you do from this milestone? What can you achieve in this milestone? And in the feminine way, as I say it, it's like be loud and clear with your actions, but trust in yourself, right? The masculine is taking that action, like I've mentioned before, but in this sense of, I trust myself out. I trust myself. I trust what's going around. I trust that I believe in myself. I trust that everything that's happening to me is for me. Yes, talk to yourself like that. Come on now, y'all. Come on, get on the bread. Let's go. This morning I woke up with some type of motivation and I meditated. I listened to Joe Dispenza, by the way. Joe Dispenza is probably my favorite one for meditation. And I've been implementing it now. This is my second day going in, waking up at 5:15 in the morning because I was getting lazy again. I was getting too comfortable. And I was like, okay, girl, we need to get stepping up again. Like, what happened last year? What got us to this point? Why did we get so comfortable? I know the holidays were in perspective. I was on vacation for like almost 3 weeks, I think. And, being with family and stuff, it kind of like put me in a situation where I was like, damn, I feel a little different. What happened to me? Like, what's going on? Like, this is not like me, right? So just remember that There's a reason to your why, and the why is you, right? And I know a lot of people are going to come at me like, that's not the reason, Val. Well, I don't know what else to tell you. I don't know what else to tell you. You have the ability to change anything in your life, no matter the circumstance. But what can you do now that won't allow you to go through that once again, right? Everything happens for a reason, right? So, like, let me use me as an example. So for the longest time, I I always feel defeated in the role of the father. And this is me speaking honestly with you ladies. So it's like I know that I have to show that I'm strong mentally and physically, but I should not allow my emotions contradict what I need to be taking action on, right? Because I'm a mother. So I needed to understand that sometimes you're just going to have to say what you need to say, right? And let them see that, because if they don't see that, then they're not going to feel the safety and security, right? And I know this goes back to my childhood, right? Because I understand that even though my dad, he was a great father, but he wasn't emotionally, physically available, right? So my dad didn't have that time. He was always hustling. My dad was a hard worker into the end of his days. And that's all I remember seeing him do is working, working, working. He was hardly home. When he was home, it was like the holiday times. Like my dad was out there, right? So anyways, and the times that I saw him, he was always arguing with my mom. So that's all I ever saw. So it's like I never really got to see the emotional side of my dad. The only time I got to see it was on the holidays. So, and for me, I understand that the reason why these things are happening is because I had to also strengthen my masculine, right? And you're probably wondering, like, what do you mean, Val? Like, what the hell's that? Like, I thought you were super masculine. I thought you were the boss. Let's be honest. That Val back then was very prideful, probably egotistical, maybe a little narcissistic. Yeah, I'm gonna call myself out. Why the hell not? Right? Where I needed certain things and I would do things to get it my way, right? So because I learned from the people, right? Which are my parents. So I realized like the monster I was becoming, and I was like, yeah, that shit's gotta go. That ain't gonna help me. It ain't gonna help my kids. It's not gonna help my kids be emotional beings, right? To like blend with the human crowd, right? With the kids, the students, teachers, parents, etc. Right? I can see where my kids needed me at that point, right? So I had to mold myself. And each day I continue to mold myself. And I think these things that have been happening at my house, right? For example, the plumbing issue that I mentioned, the cart maintenance stuff that happened. Even when my dad passed away, I had the oil change, right? And the freaking car just broke on me. Like the oil was all over the floor. I started crying. I remember like saying like, this can't be happening to me. And I started crying because I can only remember like my dad was the handyman guy. And I was like, man, I wish dad was here. So that broke me. So I realized like that broken me just never had that little hand, right? Like that little handheld. Like, you're going to be okay. You're going to be okay. Like, so why I bring this up is because you have to be your own parent at some point. And I know, don't come at me, but you have to be your parent again. Like, you have to nurture yourself. You have to care for yourself. You have to also implement what you need from yourself, right? Because we can't depend on others. We can't. But you have to understand what's happening around you is a reason to mold you to the best version who you want to become. I'm not saying my story is going to fit with yours. That's not what I'm saying. But what I'm saying is look at it the bigger way. Look at it the bigger way. What is giving right now in this moment? I want you to think about it for a good pause. What came up? I want you to write this thing down. I want you to work on this. Why is it that this keeps happening? If I tell you what mine came up right now, actually the word doubt came up to me. I'm going to be honest, doubt. Okay. So the thing that I'm going to work on within the next few weeks for myself is doubt. I need to work with the word doubt and why the hell is planted in my head and why I don't trust. It's doubt. So I want you to take the next couple of weeks, my loves. I want you to take the couple of weeks going in deeply and finding that security within yourself, the safety that you need. Remember, you don't need it from anybody outside of you. I'm not saying that our parents should have done a better job. That's not what I'm saying. Our parents did what they could. Hear me out. Stop being angry at them. Stop being resentful, bitter, upset about what they couldn't have done for you, because that is not going to get you anywhere. Don't get it to the point where I had to wait for my daughter, sorry. Oh my gosh, I think my dad's channeling with me right now. Um, Hold on. I have to soak this in. To the point where you at the end don't have that loved one anymore in your life, right? Present in your life. Like, I'm sorry, guys. I was not expecting to get this emotional. But don't get it to the point where you don't have that person anymore in your life. And it's like, damn it, I wish I could have been there. And so, uh, so I'm hearing resentment for myself. So I think I've carried a whole big cloud of that because I didn't see it and I didn't understand it then, but I do know now. So I forgive myself. I forgive myself. I forgive my father. I've forgiven him so many times because I feel like it's an ongoing thing. It doesn't happen overnight, guys. Whoever in your life right now that you are going through these challenges with, whoever it may be, the only reason things are happening is because this one thing has gotten it's gotten to the point where you continuously attract it back, right? So it's nobody outside of you. Remember that it's gonna be you all the time. Hold on, guys. It's gonna be you all the time, and you have to remember who you are. You remember who you are now and who you are becoming. And it's crazy because I'm literally thinking about what I meditated on today, and I should have written down. But it was like I was talking to my past life, like my past life in my meditation. Oh, I think I saw myself. I need to start journaling when I meditate now. I don't know why I'm not doing it. I need to get back on that train. I used to do it a lot, but I guess now I need to really get down to it. So I notice that when I meditate, I go back in time, which is a little scary because I don't like to see it. I don't like to see it, but I think it makes me understand why I'm at this point in my life, right? Why I experience this, why I'm going through this now, why everything's happening for me to see it. I just have been too blind or I've been too resistant, right? Let's be honest, we're resistant. Yeah, we can. We can be. We can be our biggest enemy because we don't want to confront the reality, and it's okay. I'm here to tell you it's okay. I'm not telling you you're going to do it as soon as you get off this podcast, but I want you to understand that everything happens for a reason. Okay? And so for me, I was meditating, and in my past life, it's like me being a podcaster was meant to happen because I needed to see the potential that I had in me like this whole entire time. And that the only reason that things were happening in my life was for me to see it. And I know I'm going to have to listen back on this because I'm channeling right now. So understand that everything that you're going through is only because you're the one projecting this, right? You're a projection, you're a mirror. I don't know what other way to put it. I keep telling you guys, perception is reality. Whatever you perceive will happen. And it's crazy because I was literally driving down this road, right, this morning, and oh my God, like my head just kind of went back into this vortex of doubt, right? And I was like, God dang it. I was like, why am I going back in there? So I realized I was thinking about what happened yesterday. My friend had texted me, an old colleague, actually. She's a really good friend of mine, but we lost touch after my, healing journey that I got into therapy. I kind of disconnected. I just kind of went solo dolo. And I told her, like, oh, like it was a song by Chris Brown, something Angel Numbers. So, anyways, I listened just to like maybe a few seconds of it. And I said, girl, why are you so emotional? Like, this is such a sentimental song. LOL, who are you missing? And she's like, oh, no, it's just I saw the angel number 1111. So, anyways, right? She says that. And she's like, and then she says, what did she say? Let me look at my messages. Hold on. She says, she says something like this. She said, why? She asked me why I was sentimental. And I said back to her, I said, I haven't listened to emo music in such a while. And so she didn't text back. And I realized, okay, you know what? This was my epiphany moment. I understand that I'm not in the same frequency as I was with her as I am now. So because I allowed just those few minutes of me to acknowledge her, it showed me like, oh my God, like I gave my power away just a little bit. I love her. I do appreciate her, but we're on different wavelengths right now. So I went to bed a little bit after I had texted her. And then, of course, I was texting the person that I'm dating. And so, anyways, we were having a good conversation. And I said, okay, well, I'm going to go to bed already. I'm ready to go. And I was tossing and turning all night. I was like, Jesus freaking Christ, like, why do I feel this way? And I said, you know what? I probably should took a good 30-minute meditation after that, because I allowed my vortex to go back into that. So I was like, you know what? Like this morning, I did the meditation, and driving is what freaked me out, because I was like, there was a bunch of signs and like ambulances and stuff. And it's funny because I told the guy that I was dating not too long ago that I saw that on our way to our second date. Like, it was just crazy, right? And I'm like, the universe gives you signs, bro. Like, they're giving you fucking signs. Like, what else do you want to see? And said, so yeah, I saw that when I got here. And he's just like, oh my God. So to me, that means transformation, right? So again, I'm not saying that's scary, right? Everybody's like, oh my God, cops, right? And they're like, that's scary, that's scary. It is scary, but let me tell you this craziest thing. So anyways, I get back and I see a little pentagon. Like, you know how the cars, like the construction, they put like signs, right? Like veer to the right or whatever. This one had a little pentagon. Was it a pentagon or like a little rectangle shaped thing? And I looked at it and I said, wait a minute, wait a minute. What does that mean, universe? Like, you're telling me I'm getting sucked back into the vortex. Wake up. So then I'm driving, and mind you, this Mercedes pulls up in front of me. This Mercedes pulls up in front of me that says Bella in Espanol. Bella means beautiful. So I'm listening to music on the way over there, and I said, okay, the universe is telling me I'm beautiful. Accept that you're beautiful, my love. And then I said, aw, like I said, thank you. And so after that, I'm driving still, and then I see that this song comes up by Akon that says beautiful. I was like, oh my God, the universe is talking to me right now. Look at this. So then I said, wow. So they're telling me I'm beautiful because of the person that I'm becoming. And look at what I just said, because of the person who I am becoming. They're allowing me to see that every little step that I take towards myself only comes to show that I'm becoming a beautiful person. And I'm not even talking about the outside perspective, right? I'm talking about the inside perspective, because life has showed me every single little thing that I needed to work on myself without any way of depending on anybody, right? Anybody. I'm talking people, events, breakups, all of it. All of it. So I want you to understand, and I want you to take this time to understand that what do you need to work on that's been the hardest challenge of your life, because that thing is the one thing that you need to face, the one thing that you need to face, because the only thing that's in the way right now is you. You're the only one in your way right now. So whatever word came up, I want you to work on it continuously. I want you to work on it magically to yourself. So for me, before I end this note for you guys, it's going to be a short podcast, by the way, because I have to sign on. Anyways, so I need to tell you, work with it. How am I going to work with my doubt? I'm going to believe. I'm going to continue to believe, because whatever's happening is not meant to be happening. It's meant to teach me what my purpose is in this life, which is being who I am. Being who I am, sharing this information, being of service to you guys, giving you the light, giving you the amazingness of what you hone to be and what you are to be. So remember, everything happens for a reason. Everything does. And make sure that you're aware of what things are happening, because these are the things that are meant to push you 10 times higher than what you thought you could be doing right now. Yes. Say yes to yourself. Stop saying no. Stop saying I can't do that. No, Val, well, because this is happening, I can't do that. Procrastination. You're becoming a cloud of negativity. Sorry, I'm congested. Stop doing that to yourself. Stop doing that to yourself. Have a talk with yourself. Sit down with yourself. Figure it out by yourself. Because honestly, it's going to be by yourself. It's lonely. It's going to feel lonely. But you have to understand who you are, babe. Okay? Because when you understand who you are, then others can understand you. I know nobody's going to like it. I know nobody's going to like it when I say this. They're like, but Val, then what is life? You are life. What the hell are you thinking? You are life. You're the reason why you're living right now, babe. Who else do you think is around you? God? God is you. You are God. God is here. You are amazing. And God is great. God is great. Believe and you shall achieve. God is listening. He asks what you want. He's going to give it to you. But let me tell you the funny thing. God's going to give it to you. But tell me when I tell you he's going to test you along the road of this journey. Because everything you do now is only going to show him what you can handle. He's going to give it to you in periods and breaks and things like that, right? Like 1 week it's great. 1 week it's like, what the hell's going on? Because he's like, no, she's getting comfortable again. Let's get it. Let's get her. Let's get her. Come on now. The universe does that. The universe does that. And you do it to yourself too because you fucking got comfortable. Like, how more can I say this to you guys? You get comfortable and you start going back to the old you, right? Because let's be honest, I've been there and I'm a testament here. I'm a testament of this stuff, right? Where I'm like, yeah, it's so comfortable. But then it's like, no, girl, you worked hard. Like, come on now. So let this be your day of authenticity, of fully accepting who you are and who you are becoming. I'm not saying it's going to be an easy thing, but the easy thing is allowing yourself to be and what you're becoming. Because once you start to accept yourself, everything else is, okay? So I want to thank you guys again. Much love to you guys. I love every single one of you guys. And I hope that you find the light within yourself because I know you will. And accept yourself. And don't forget to hit the like, share, subscribe button. That way you get the notification bell when I do go live on this podcast. Also, in the next couple of weeks, I'm going to be actually recording with someone here. That was the exciting story, so I had to share it today. So I'm going to be podcasting with one of podcasters. He is into the dating. So I think this is going to be very exciting for my ladies. So ladies, you better tune in. I'm going to tell you the date and time. Just be patient with me here. We are going to be shooting on the 7th of February, 6 p.m. CST time. So make sure you have that date off because you're going to want to see the show and you're not going to want to miss it. And I will present the name. I just give me some time because I want to make it virtual and announce it as well on my YouTube channel. So I love you guys very much. Have an amazing weekend today and be freaking great. I love you guys. Thank you again for tuning in with me here with the Woman Pod with Valerie Atkinson. Go be amazing today.